can you confirm if you received, guys, please? Everyone received the questions?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start. Since we are live on YouTube right now, let's start with you, Hannah. Can you introduce yourself, please, and talk a little bit about you? How long are you using Talk and Talk? Maybe other um, aspect of your life you want to share with us?
Now,
You, I can hear you. Não consigo
hear
ouvir
me?
você. Agora sim. Go ahead.
Renan, 32 years old now. Uh, I work as a software developer. I've been learning here on Talk Talk since August last year. Um, I live in Rio de Janeiro, but I was born in Paraná, Paranaguá city. Um, in my free time, I like to ride a bike, um, watching TV series with my girlfriend, play video games, and watch videos on YouTube. I have a cat. She adopted me and my girlfriend. It was a stray cat, but now she's ours. And that's it about me.
All right, that's awesome. I think Daphne has a cat. All right, Daphne?
Yes, I have two cats. I got them last week, and I'm so happy because they bring happiness and love.
Oh, that's kind of you. So sweet. Daphne, can you introduce yourself, please? A little bit.
Yes, my name is Daphne. I'm 28 years old. I study psychology. I live in Amsterdam. I'm married. I have two cats. And I'm here because I believe to learn English through the conversation is better than study just in grammar at school.
All right, that's awesome. I believe that too, you know. Of course, you had to learn vocabulary, because otherwise you can't speak. But when you free your mind of fear of talking, this help you a lot. And what about you, Lana? We already had a small talk, but maybe people on YouTube doesn't know you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, I'm Luana. I'm 40 years old. I live in Lisbon. It's the second time I live abroad. I'm a lawyer. I work with Portuguese nationality and international private law. I have a daughter. She's 16, 16 years old, teenager. My free times, I like to go to the beach. I like to read a book. I am reading a book that has a common subject about this immersion habits, habitus atomicus. It's very nice. And that's it about me.
All right. I now you say you live on Lisbon. I think I already saw something about you on LinkedIn. I don't know if I'm correct. Do you use LinkedIn?
Uh, I just have a account, but I don't post anything.
All right. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I remember seeing something about someone in there talking about lawyer stuff and living on Lisbon.
A lot
Okay,
of
we
Brazilian lawyers here.
okay. All right. So we had a new guy join us today, Anderson. Anderson is a friend of mine. I invited him to know Talk and Talk. All right, guys. And we are live on YouTube. So, Anderson, can you talk a little bit about yourself before we start the conversation? You are muted. Tá mudo. Você tá mudo, Anderson. All right. I will copy the questions on the chat. You are muted, Anderson. Before we let's start with the questions and maybe you can try to figure out. Vamos começar com as perguntas e talvez o Anderson consiga desmutá-lo, beleza? Question number 2. Hannah, can you read the second question, please, and start giving your thoughts, please?
Yeah, how important is it to pay attention to our habits? Well, for me, it's very important to have habits, but to be honest, today I'm not having so many habits. Uh, I Today I'm feeling comfortable with my life, so sometimes I just make myself thinking about life. This is the best habit that I have today. But of course, I need to improve this movement in my life. Like to have a habit to wake up early. It's not the best habit that I have. Sometimes I wake up early, sometimes not. I feel that when I wake up early, feel more tired, but I feel that of course, I have more time to solve the problems of the day. So I think this is important for me. Then to have a habit to exercise every day. I don't exercise every day. I exercise some one day and other day not. So I feel that my life will improve if I have this habit. Uh, so then answering the question, I feel that it's important to uh, pay attention on our habits and get new habits to improve our life balance, you know. So,
I know the feeling. You want to do something different, and then sometimes you fail, and then you try again, and then you fail again. So it's a challenge to us to get attention to our good ones and bad ones apps, you know? Yeah. And what about you, Daphne? Do you do you pay attention and how important is to you pay attention to your habits?
I think it's very important because if you have bad habits, you can die soon. Like eat too much sugar or not doing physical activities, you can get sick. But you have a good habits, your life can prosper more than the others. I think it's very important to cultivate good habits.
All right. And do you remember a good habit you are trying to improve in your life?
Yes, I tried to cut off the sugar in my diet, and I can see my skin is improved, my weight is decreased. I see a lot of benefits.
All right, that's awesome. But I think sometimes can be hard, you know, because I eat a lot of sugar, especially when I'm drinking a cup of
Yes.
coffee. Uh, I know. I know I need to do that, but sometimes can be hard. All right, let's try again with you, Anderson. Can you introduce yourself and sharing with us if you think it's important to pay attention to your apps.
Okay, good. Good morning for us. Sorry, my atraso
No
because
problem.
I, but I am Anderson. I have a first 6 years old. I live in Ponta Grossa city, in the state of Paraná. I have been married for 6 years old. 6 years to 16 years to Rafaela, who is mother of my children. I have three children. The oldest in college, Arthur, and in 13 years old. The middle daughter is called Alice, and is 6 years old. And the youngest is 3 years old and called Annie. I am a business administration and currently a supervisor at an asphalt factory. But in how important to pay attention to our habit, but for me is very important have a happy life. Good. Or me too. Happy life is very important.
All right. All right. Congratulations. I know it's your first time here, so you are being a rock star, you know? Eu sei que é a sua primeira vez, então parabéns, você está sendo uma estrela. All right. And what about you? Let me check. What about you, Luana? How important is to you pay attention to our habits? What do you think about that?
Yes, for me it's very important. My friends and everybody that know me as a crazy person about habits and about discipline. And sometimes I feel that I should be more light with myself because I am so hard with myself always. But when I don't live with good habits, for example, if I fail with exercise or food or water drinking, I feel like a pressure in my head. And I like to have good habits. I am happy when I can do everything I plan.
All right. You say you read a book, Atomic Habits, all right?
Yes,
And
called Hábitos Atômicos.
yeah.
It's very nice book.
And what was the most important thing you learned in there?
The most important thing we have enjoy the day and do our best each day. Because if we do our best each day, the process will be as good as the final, as the end.
All right, that's a good advice. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
very nice.
Thank you for sharing us that experience. So I think I forgot to introduce myself, but maybe someone doesn't know me. So my name is Carlos. I'm 33 years old, and I work as a software engineer. I'm a volunteer here in Talk and Talk. I love this community because helped me a lot to evolve in my English skills and my communication abilities. And to me, it's really important to pay attention to our habits because uh, if you want to evolve as a person, you need to always be in improving yourself. So you had to understand what you are doing good, or what you are doing right in your life, and you had to understand what you are doing not so good. If you had bad apps related to your healthy, maybe if you doesn't eat so well, and if you doesn't do exercise, you need to realize, because I'm getting older than I was in the past. Of course, I feel I'm still young, but when you get more older, you realize the importance of other things you don't pay attention when you are younger. So yeah, I think nowadays I'm paying much more attention to my apps, the good ones and bad ones, and try to improve the bad ones and reinforce the good ones. And at the end of the day, I want to be a good guy, to myself and to my family and to people around me. That's it about me. So, okay, let's start the question number three. Daphne, can you read the question number three, please?
Yes, share with us a good and a bad habit that you have. A good habit is to do exercise every day and drink 2 liters of the water. And the bad habits that I have is to cultivate negative thoughts about me. It me didn't to do some things. I think is it.
Sorry if I'm being rude. I don't want, how can I say? Uh, I don't want get into your privacy, but if possible, can you share with us what kind of exercise you do? You say it's a good app you have, and you share with us the bad app you have is bad feelings or bad thoughts about yourself. If possible, you can share something about that too.
Yes, the exercise. Actually, I go at the gym. I work out. I take the weights. And the negative thoughts. It's about comparing with others, like Instagram. I compare myself with others models or who are more thin, and it is not good to our mental health.
All right. So you like to go to the gym. I'm not a big fan to do that. I'm trying to evolve my exercise running on the street. I did that last month and I had a new run on the next month. Uh, but I totally understand what you're saying about comparing yourself. I usually I do that related to my work. I'm a software engineer, and when you go to LinkedIn, you saw many people sharing their happy life on the work, and everything is perfect, and everyone is earning a bunch of money. And I look to myself and I say, oh, I don't believe sometimes I can be this kind of guy. But I learned something during my life, how bad can be if you compare yourself to other ones. And this is something I try to pay attention in my life. If I'm looking too much to the other people, my brain start to think, oh, you don't need to compare yourself. But it's a trick. Às vezes é uma pegadinha que nosso cérebro faz, because you start to look to other one and you start to think about yourself. Oh, I want to be that way, or I'm not perfect just like them. My English is not so good like the other guy in here. And when I realize I'm thinking this way, I try to throw away, but it's not so easy. I learned a phrase in Portuguese who helped me a lot. I don't know where is this phrase, but say this. Você não pode impedir que um passarinho voe sobre a sua cabeça, mas você pode impedir que ele crie um ninho. Então você não consegue, you can't control the negative thoughts you have about yourself, but you can control the way and the time that negative thoughts keep in your mind, you know? So that's it. Let's move to you, Anderson. Question number 3. Can you share with us a good and a bad habit that you have, please? You are muted again.
Sorry. I have a good habit of praying every day in the morning, having time alone with God. It's very good for having a life of victory. Starting my day peacefully, understand? And every day. In my bad habit, bite your nails.
All
Understand?
right. I understand.
I have this habit. I tried, but I can't stop. I hate this habit. One day I am free this, but now I have this bad habit.
I know the feeling, and sorry, I interrupt you.
No, just it.
Okay. Yeah, I know the feeling because I had the same bad app than you. And people say a lot of things about that. You know, if you are biting your nails, you get sick, or you are anxious and you can do that and do this to stop that and do that to stop this. And sometimes can be really stressful, that situation. And yeah, I know the feeling. But you share with us the good app you have is praying. So do you have strategies? I don't know if is the correct word, but how you usually do that?
My strategy for it is wake up early and read a Bible, and listen to gospel music, and I connect for God in my health, assim, em meu pensamento, in deixe fluir, né? I don't know speak English, deixe fluir. Good is very good every day. My day is change, is muda when I pray off in the morning.
All right, that's a good. I think it's a good app everyone can have. In the it's not. I think it's not related to religion. You know, if you start your day thinking and looking for peaceful, to be a to find peace in your life, it will be always good. All right, let's try with you, Hannah. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And can you share with us a good and a bad habit do you have?
Yes, a good habit that I've been doing last, I don't know, months. It's to read at least 5 minutes of a book, a Bible, or other thing in my day. I feel better when I do that, so I I'm trying to do this all days. So for me, it's good. Mm, But a bad habit that I've been doing is to not eat healthy. For example, yesterday I eat pizza at night, and don't know, I I felt comfortable eating pizza, but after that, not so comfortable. Uh, I blame myself yesterday because it was Tuesday, still Tuesday, so I I think I will feel better if it was on Fridays, but it was just Tuesday, yesterday. I eat pizza because I root for Flamengo, soccer team here in Brazil. So I prefer to eat pizza seeing watching the game yesterday. So uh, bad habit to eat not healthy.
All right. But at least I know uh, sometimes we don't eat so good than we want, but at least Flamengo won the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Feel better.
that's good. All right. And I really like the good attitude you had about reading at least 5 minutes, you know. I have a issue with myself. When I was younger, I could read a lot, but right now I had to struggle with myself to read everything, you know. I'm not blaming anyone. I know it's a problem with me, but I think nowadays, actually, yesterday before I go to sleep, I was thinking about that. How uh, when I was younger, I could read more than today. And I don't want to blame the cell phone and social media. I know it's something with me, a decision that I've made. I had to take to my own life, and I really like that advice you gave. Read at least 5 minutes. You know, it will be not so much during my day, and yeah, it will be. I will try to do that today. I will try to do that today. Read a book at least 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
No,
No,
no
please
problem.
go ahead.
No worries. Just saying what I do all day. It's like wake up, and before I brush my teeth, I put a timer in my cell phone for 5 minutes, and open the Bible and start to read until the timer will ring. So I
All right.
feel really a little bit better when I do that.
All right. Yeah, it will be good. I will try that one, you know, because people think, I don't want to use an alarm or a clock to measure the time, but it's better to do at least 5 minutes than do nothing, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally agree with you. Let me check. Luana, can you share with us a good and a bad app do you have?
Yes, I think that a good habit I have is study almost every day, at least five times a week. I used it to read professional books and another kinds of books that I really like. Um, this book like Improve Life, and I love these topics. And the bad habits I have, and I am struggling about that, is to waste my time on Instagram every night when I go to the bed. When I realize 1 hour and 30 minutes of my night, I I waste. That's I hate I hate this.
Yeah.
I think it's
Uh,
a old problem.
yeah. I don't know the other guys, but I had the same bad app than you, you know. Actually, I was looking to the things you are sharing, guys, and I'm seeing a lot of things you do, the bad things you do, I'm seeing in my life about the nails, about the junk food like henna, and about negative thoughts like Daphne Sharifas, and now I'm seeing that bad act just like you, Luana. Because yesterday I go to sleep 1:30 a.m. Fui dormir 1:30 da manhã because I was scrolling on YouTube Shorts, you know. I removed Instagram from my cell phone because I was too much addicted to Reels on Instagram, and I decided no, it's too much to me. But I changed my addiction to YouTube, and YouTube it's more harder to remove from my cell phone because um, I don't know. I think I'm addicted to that, and I know I need to change, especially. I already had experience of going sleep early, you know, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. It was so good to me because I wake up with more energy. But my wife go to travel yesterday. Actually, my wife is traveling with Anderson wife. Minha esposa foi viajar ontem, tá viajando com a esposa do Anderson. And I'm alone in my home, you know. My kids are with their grandma. Um, and I was alone in my home, and I didn't want to go to sleep before my wife arrived on she go to Guyana. So I didn't want to sleep before go she went in the hotel. So I was watching videos, and after she sent me a message, oh, I'm arrived. Is everything okay? I I I say I say to her to had a good night of sleep, but I didn't go to sleep. I spend more time on YouTube, and when I realize, oh man, I'm throwing away my time on YouTube, and I quit. That time I quit, but it was 1:30 a.m. So yeah, I'm a poor guy. Oh, and sometimes this can be
And we
hard, you
feel
know.
guilt, and we feel guilt.
Yeah, I feel guilt about myself, you know, because I didn't want to do that, but at the end of the day, sometimes can be hard. When my wife is in home and my kids are in home, it's easier to go sleep early because my daughters go sleep early, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. My daughters are sleeping during the week. And this helped me to go sleep early, especially if I go make my old daughter on bed. I try to sing something to her, and this helped me to go sleep early because I leave their bedroom with more sono. I don't know how to say that, you know. Yeah. About me, a good app that I had is praying, just like Anderson. I really like to do that. But I think I already share a lot of bad habits that I have, and I want to focus on the good ones. I'm trying to running and do more exercise this year. Um, I like to pray just as I say. And a good special habit that I had is every night I go with my daughters. I will go my daughters on the bed. I say to them, "Dads love you, but Jesus loves you even more." Então, this is a good app that I have. I always say to them, I love you so much," and I'm always trying to say good things about her, about my daughters. You are beautiful, you are amazing. Uh, how ca- uh, you are so sweetie. I'm trying to translate what I say to them. And but the most important is every night I give to them a kiss and I say, Dad loves you, but Jesus loves you even more. Because it's important to me. Um, they grow knowing about God's love and especially knowing who they are, because I know other kids in the school can say bad things to them, saying, "Oh, you are too fat, you are ugly, you are this, and you are that," Uh, there is this kind of bully in some moment on their life, but I want they grow knowing which is the true about them. All right. And I think it's a good app that I have. Okay. I let's go to the question number 7. I know we are jumping some questions, but I think the question number 7 can be good to us. Let's start with you, Anderson. Can you read the question number 7, please, and start answering? And after you finish your answer, Anderson, can you choose someone to continue, please?
Repeat, please.
Você pode
Seven.
ler a questão número 7.
Ah,
Depois
ah.
que você der a sua resposta, você pode escolher alguém para continuar, por favor?
Okay. But how does your environment influence your ability to create habits? But I understand that the environment directly influences us in creating habits, which in, which is why we must prioritize the best environments to stay in, is especially when we are with or my family. Understand? And I have this is environment influence your ability to create habits. But in other people, I don't know. I don't remember the names for stay in the life. Como é que é o nome das pessoas que estão aí? Eu não lembro. O rapaz, diz
Renan, a Daphne e a Luana.
o flamenguista aí. Como é o nome dele?
Renan.
Renan. Read the 7 questions. Read, no, ask 7 questions.
Yeah, sure. About the environment, for me, it influences a lot. If I decide, for example, wake up early and study, if I, for example, went to sleep more early, I feel and have an environment for this, I will feel better to wake up early and study in the other day. So for me, it's essential, my environment and how the context of the environment influences in my life. If I have a good person on my side, like my girlfriend, or if if I had fun yesterday or other day, if Flamengo wins or not. This is environment for me. So uh, all the other things in the life uh, is important to create new habits and uh, stay doing good habits and avoiding bad habits for me. Of course, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy, mainly for me. For example, study English or make exercise or study something to my work. It's not a thing that it's easy for me, but if I have a good environment, of course, all the other things is more easier to do. Should I pick someone as well?
Please, can you do that for
Yeah,
me?
Luana.
I agree. I strongly believe that environment influences a lot our attitude. And I try to don't share my life or live moments with persons that don't have common aspects with me. For example, if I go to a restaurant that people just eat fast food and I really don't like, for example, but I will eat because I am not I don't like to be a boring person in the table. uh, and I avoid, for example, to to do this kind of thing. And if I have friends that like to study, we can talk about something interesting. Unfortunately, there are people that don't have nothing interesting to talk about. More or less my opinion. I don't have enough words to talk in English about.
All right. I think, Daphne, we are missing you. Um, the question number 7. What do you think about the environment in our ability to create habits?
Yes, I agree with walls because your brain is like a sponge. We imitated what we see and what we listening. So the environment can help or harm you if you want to achieve some goals. You need to choose good friends, good companies, because for sure it can influence you for bad or for good.
All right. Yeah, I agree with you guys related to that. Actually, I learned more about that with a guy. I think I read talk about him here is Eslen de la Nogari. It's a psychologist. It's a PhD psychologist who talk a lot of things related to how to improve yourself as a person. It's not like that um, fake ones you have on Instagram, saying, oh, you have to think only good things about yourself and you will change everything in your mind if you had only good thoughts. He's a psychologist, so he tried to teach us based on science. So I think this is good. And he was sharing something about to that, how our environment shape us as a person, how important is to us to get a good environment. And I realize talking about, for example, the app I want to create in my life, do exercise. I realize when I talking about that, when I looking to friends who do the same thing I want to do, or people around me who already did what I want to do. It's easier to me, and I think it's easier to everyone to improve that kind of habit. Just like Luana say, if you are in a restaurant and people are eating not so good, you maybe can have I forget the word. First of all, that power will. You can had power will to say no to some stuff, but day after day, this get harder to say no. You know, at the first time, you can had enough power to say no. I don't want this to my life, but you get with the same people again and again and again and again, and then could be more harder to say no. So it's important to shape your environment to achieve what you want. What do you want? Actually, I will share here in the chat video about Aslan talking something about to that, and maybe later you can check because I think it's important. Yeah, and as I say, I think it's really important. People say that phrase, você é a média das 5 pessoas que você vive. Did you already listen something like that? And I totally agree with that because I saw in my life how changing my environment could change myself, you know. So today I'm paying much more attention to what kind of people I walk with, but not only that, what kind of stuff I had in my cell phone, because my cell phone is an environment, you know. If I'm on YouTube or maybe sometimes when I go to Instagram, um, I pay attention to what kind of uh, video or content I'm consuming because I know this can change us. When I'm scrolling some YouTube shorts and I saw a video about Aslan, I realized, oh, I'm doing this wrong, you know. I had to change. I'm too much time on YouTube. I had to do other thing. And maybe, oh, I think definitely left us, no problem. And when I saw other guy like people who I want to be more close to them, and I saw some videos to them, this helped me to improve myself as a person. All right, let's. I think we are getting close to the end of our conversation, but I think we had time to final question. Uh, let's go to the question number 9. Luana, can you read the question number 9, please?
Yes. What tips can you provide for someone looking to create positive habits? I think that the tip I can give it's do the best each day. If you start and do each day the things you want to do, it's for sure you become what you would like to be, the person you'd like to be.
All right.
That's the tip I give to myself every day.
It's kind of small steps, you know?
Yes, small steps.
All right. That's a good one. And the advice you gave on the beginning of our
Yes,
conversation is
for example, I am applying in my life about English because it's not easy to be here every day, for example, is not easy. And but I put this meta at least 3 times a week, and I'm pretty sure that in the end of the year, if I keep, my English will improve for sure.
you
That's it.
can had 100% of sure about that. I can say that because I already had that experience, you know. If you do 3 times per week, from now until the end of the year, you can record yourself doing a video entirely in English without subtitles, just thinking in what you want to say, and you can realize how that can be awesome. I already had this experience, so this is the reason I'm saying that to you. When I achieved 10 years of marriage with my wife, I made a video to her. It was kind of Netflix trailer. It was kind of movie trailer, and it was entirely in English. So of course I had to write everything before because I don't want to say oh and waste time thinking in what I will say to her. But I made 4 to 5 minutes of me saying how much was good to me be married with her and how she make me happy, and was really awesome because when I finished that uh, video, I realized how I evolve in my English skills. So do that English 3 times. If you can do 2 times, do 1 time per week. And I will challenge you right now um, to stay here on next week, with me practicing learning English. And at the end of the year in December, we can record a video of you comparing you in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, and you will saw the difference.
Okay, I accept the challenge.
All right, that's a good app. I learned that good challenge can help us to shape ourselves. It's kind related to the environment. All right. And what about you, Anderson? Do you have a final tip to share with us related to create good and positive habits?
But I think this persists at the beginning, uh, and they do it in a way that please you, so easier. In my opinion, is persistência and very good tip because uh, uh, força de vontade have força de vontade because when but quando temos um alvo, né, uma meta, what is quando nós conseguimos, assim, quando nós temos uma meta, seria uma dica, né?
All right.
Ok?
All right. I totally agree with you. If you don't know where you want to go, se você não sabe para onde você quer ir, any place will be good. So if you had to, you need to had a goal to achieve. This is the reason I challenged Luana to record a video in December. So right now she can saw herself on December recording a video on cell phone, sharing maybe on her Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever she wants. And this goal help us to during the path. And what about you, Hannah? Do you have a final advice to us related to create good apps? And then I will finish off our conversation.
Yeah, sure. Just quickly, I agree with Anderson about the persistence, and I think that the key word here is resilience as well. Like you should keep going. If sometimes you will be not in the mood to do the things, but you can rest some time, and then after this day you can keep going. And as I said, with resilience, you will be able to achieve your points, your goals. So that's it.
All right. I totally agree with you, Anderson. And before we finish, I need to say something. And I will say this in Portuguese because I want everyone to understand me. Eu vou falar isso em português porque eu quero que todo mundo entenda. Se você está fazendo a mesma coisa, você espera resultados. Eu vou até olhar para a câmera. Se você está fazendo a mesma coisa, você espera resultados diferentes, você não vai conseguir. Você precisa mudar alguma coisa na sua vida para que você tenha resultados diferentes. Então, eu desafio todos vocês, na verdade, a semana após semana tentar melhorar o seu inglês. Se você não sabe como fazer isso, a Talk Talk está aqui para ajudar vocês. Eu não sou um professor, sou um estudante como todos, mas eu vi o quanto o meu inglês melhorou. Eu imagino que se vocês estão aqui é porque vocês querem falar um inglês melhor e eu desafio na realidade a todos. Faça isso, pelo menos uma vez por semana, tente melhorar o seu inglês, participe de uma imersão, procure algo relacionado ao inglês, vá atrás